What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Career Mode. This is episode number 22 and we're starting to see some stuff on the back of our win over Fulham at St Mary's, with Leeds away at Ellen Road. Just about survived last season in the Premier League, and I've got to be honest still, with no disrespect to Leeds fans, I was kind of hoping they went down because I really wanted to bring in Meslier. I was thinking Rafinha would be that too unrealistic, I'm not too sure, but even so, they stayed up, they survived, and I think they're probably going to kick on now as well. Leeds tend to do quite well in my career mode, so I was surprised last season they performed, or underperformed I should say. I think they're probably going to kick on from this season onwards. Anyway, first game, it was indeed under lights away at Ellen Road, and 6 minutes in, a tough start. Adam Armstrong gets tripped up, stays down, and would soldier on, but clearly wasn't fit to carry on. 14 minutes in, oh my goodness, smashed the ball way wide, absolutely sliced it, or so I thought, because it turned out it was a save. And it turned onto the turned behind for a corner. I thought I just absolutely sliced it. Instead, what an incredible save there to keep it 0-0 as we were still tied and still goalless. And then 18 minutes in, another fine save by the Spaniard Kiko Casilla back at Ellen Road, keeps it at 0-0. The Spaniard keeping Meslier out of the team, and I guess I could see why at this point. So still tied at 0-0, but the goals are definitely going to come at some point. Leeds half an hour in, hit the post as we were still deadlocked. I knew for sure at some point the deadlock would be broken, and 32 minutes in, after Leeds hit the woodwork here, we get ourselves forward with Diao, sliding it through to Armstrong, soldiering on for now, offloads to JWP, and from 25 yards, what a thunderbolt from the captain for a contender for goal of the season so early on into it. That is first of the year. It's taken him a while to scratch this season for the first time, but if you're going to score your first goal of the season, make it a memorable one. Absolutely glorious strike from the captain there as you go 1-0 up 11 minutes before the break. JWP, so integral to this team, and I think he'll stay at Southampton for his entire career. Through the academy, captain the side. I'd love to see him stay at Southampton for his entire professional career. Anyway, scores the first goal, makes it 1-0. We take the lead, but then 8 minutes before the break here, Leeds looking to respond, and they would. Gelhardt, one of the players I was considering buying in the summer if Leeds were to go down. They stayed up in the end. He's such a great young talent, Gelhardt, as we know. He makes it 1-1. Leeds find their leveller. And after a frenetic first half, there wasn't much to report in the second. 18 minutes after the restart, still tied at 1-1. But Leeds won a free kick, 18 yards from goal, and you knew where this was going. Top bins, top corner. Leeds surely going to take the lead for the first time in the game. Turns out they tried a set piece routine and it didn't pay off. They gave the ball away. Ward-Prowse, the goal scorer, wins it back. Martel takes over. The centre-back storms down the left-hand side, rolls it through to Peral. Quick offload to Theo Walcott off the bench. Walcott rolls through Adams, goes through and smacks it home, and I could not believe this. From an 18-yard free kick on the edge of our area to a Southampton goal. Unbelievable. Played the counter-attack perfectly, and Shea Adams gets his 9th of the season as we take the lead at Ellen Road for the second time in the game. Got to be honest here, how'd you mess that up so badly? That was unbelievable. I put Martel on the line because I was like, this is going to be bent in, top corner, Leeds are in front for the first time. And somehow, I got to go up on the other end and get the goal that would put us in front for the second time. I was 16 minutes to go. It was like a sucker punch for Leeds. Once they fell behind for a second time, they couldn't come back. Ritsu gets his 5th of the season, gives us a 2-goal cushion, and I love this camera angle here as well. 3-1 Southampton, a 2-goal cushion for the Saints at Ellen Road. And again, Leeds totally lost their discipline. Once I scored that second goal, it was like they were just so deflated and dejected. I mean, I'm not going to lie here. You know, it's the AI on Ultimate as Janepo comes off the bench, scores his first goal of the season to wrap it up and make it 4-1 with a couple of minutes to go here. Like, the AI on Ultimate, free kicks, they don't get that many, so they don't score that many, but their accuracy is just so high. So I put Martel on the line, and I still thought he was going to find the back of the net. But instead, to come on the counter from that and score our second goal, absolutely knocked the stuffing out of Leeds there as we went on to win it by 4-1 comfortably in the end. And JWP, my man of the match, scored our first, started the break for the second in a man of the match play from the middle of the park, and back-to-back wins for Southampton. No losses in our last 4. Perfect way to close out November, an undefeated month of November. And as you can see, we're still in ninth. 14 games in, but we are only only 1 point behind Wolves in 7th place, 3 points behind Manchester United in 6th as well. And thankfully, the Armstrong injury was just a bruise and he will be okay. So, we remain in the top 10. We've had a decent start to the season after it was a really, really tough beginning to the campaign. And right now, still knocking on the door for a top 7 European place. Yep, the Saints right now are finally starting to get it sorted after a shaky, very first few games where I was just all over the place, if I'm being totally honest. So, big win there at Ellen Road. Another scouting update and an academy update. As you can see, our best 2 players remain the fullbacks here. Didier Hardy and also Murrell as well, the young right back. Low overall, very good potential as well. Keep your eye on Pearson though. He's the highest rated player at the moment, 63 overall, and his potential range is now starting to decrease, but the max potential I don't think has gone down yet. So keep your eye on him. He might well have some decent potential and someone to look out for as the season progresses. Anyway, big month for December. We've got Spurs, we've got Liverpool, we've got Manchester United on Christmas Day. And right before those 2 games there, we've also got the Carabao Cup quarter-final against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge as well. Massive, massive month of December for the Saints. And I really feel at the end of this month here, we're going to know whether we've got what it takes to finish in a European place or not, and possibly get to Wembley or not as well. You know, Carabao Cup quarter-final, taking on Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. That's going to be a tough game. It comes in a fixture congested month, though I will play some starters in that one, because I got to be honest here, I really, really, really love the idea of getting to Wembley in Season 2. Obviously, in the semi-finals, you've got a 2-legged affair, and then Wembley is the final, but even so, still a chance, still a chance, still a chance. And obviously, the big games, Spurs, Manchester United on Christmas, and Liverpool as well. Big, big games here, and I really feel as though if we are going to challenge for a European place, I've got to pick up my first scalp. Still haven't had it yet. We've had some draws against big teams. We drawn against Liverpool twice, drawn against Spurs, drawn against Man City as well. But I feel as though I need a scalp. I need a win against one of the traditional top 6 if I'm going to prove we've got what it takes to be a European standard team for next season. Well, we weren't going to get it here in our first game of December. Undefeated month for November, no losses in 4, but now taking on Spurs for the first game of December, and Antonio Conte's side were absolutely flying. Scored the first, Kane scored their second, and what a team goal this was. Stoppage time, absolutely torn apart as Brian Giel comes off the bench and makes it 3. That was just a glorious little move there as the Saints were sunk by Spurs 3-0. And I got dominated in this game as well. Not even going to try and deny it. Like, I often talk about it, man. Like, when there's been a game where I've been absolutely torn apart, I'll show you I've been torn apart. And in the last episode, I talked about XG and how important it is to show you, like, now, like, you know, who really had the better game, if you will. And oftentimes, it is the team with the highest XG. Not all the time, but oftentimes, obviously. And that was the game there. We just seen the shots. They were the exact same. We had 4 shots apiece. But my XG was still in the 0 point something. Spurs' was far higher, and that's why they won by 3-0. Yeah, I really did not play well in that game at all and deserved to lose. My undefeated run ends after 4, and for the following game, Burnley at a snowy Turf Moor, Sean Dyche's side. Never an easy place to go, Burnley. Was thinking, right, we got to make sure we return to winning ways here, because we can't beat the big teams. If we can't get scalps, if we rarely get points against them as well, how else are you going to break into the top 7 if you can't beat the teams above you in the table? Well, you got to beat the other teams in the division. Simple as that, and draws won't do. So Burnley away, needed a win in this game. Started off the better team. Couple of great saves by Nick Pope, kept it at 0-0, but 37 minutes, I knew that first goal was coming. Ademola Lookman storms down the left, rolls it across, and Che Adams, what a season this guy is having. Top scorer of the campaign. And, you know, it's worth pointing out that Gareth Bale, right now, who didn't start the game against Leeds, I decided to rest him. He's on a bit of a mini goal drought. He hasn't scored a goal in about 6 games now, Gareth Bale. And I know it doesn't sound too bad, but I guess for our star player that started off with 6 goals in 7, only 1 in like the last 8, is actually a bit of a slump for Bale. But thankfully for him, Che Adams is picking up the slack. Scored our first goal, 10th of the season, and then 54 minutes in, set up our second. Ritsu's 6th of the year as he was sent through 1-1. Just about kept his composure to beat the oncoming Nick Pope and score our second right in front of the travelling fans. Class camera angle here as well. So leading by 2 at Turf Moor. Surely going to see out the 3 points in a return to anyways. And I thought I got Gareth Bale to end his goal drought as well. 63 minutes in, header on goal, cleared off the line. I was thinking, come on, game. Give me a little bit of luck here. Bale still searching for that first goal to end the mini goal scoring slump. Still leading by 2 though. And with 8 minutes to go after Burnley hit the post, we closed out the clean sheet to go along with the 3 points as well. Final score 2-0 Southampton. Che and Ritsu with the goals in a big 2-0 victory. Return to anyways there at Turf Moor. 2 wins in our last 3, 3 wins in our last 4, and for Southampton, well, I'll talk about it. The very beginning of the season was a tough one, but since then we've really picked it up, been impressive, picked up big wins when we need them as well, and we still might be searching for that first scalp. But a win there against Burnley for the first time puts us into the top 8. 3 games to go before the halfway point. We're only 1 point off Wolves, 2 off Man City, and 3 off Arsenal in 5th as well. Approaching the halfway point, we're where we want to be. Top 10 and banging on the door for Europe as well. But that will end today's episode of the Realistic Career, guys. Big thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. If you haven't, drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Realistic Career Mode very soon.